Hello family, my name is Chris, I am your home gamer dad, and I welcome you to my session of Transformers, the deck building game. For this session I will be taking on the role of the Autobots, or at least one in this case, because I will be doing a solo mode playthrough for the game, and of course the Autobot that I chose, you guys voted for. There's only 4 choices that I can do on the YouTube community page, so I just kind of threw up the 4 that I was most curious about playing, and the ones that came with the base game and promo. And oddly enough, you guys picked the promo, which happens to be Jazz. The other 3, Bumblebee, RC, and Ironhide, all really great robots from what I was seeing. Ironhide was pretty much would have been the second pick on the list as well. I didn't do Optimus because everyone's done Optimus before and I've actually played him already. I wanted to play as somebody new and I wanted to play as somebody that you were interested in. So again, this is solo mode. I have already made my main deck for it. I've already laid out everything on the table when we get down to it. If you don't know how to make the main deck, I definitely recommend going to watch the video that I made that talks about how all of the sets are combined together and how you can make a main deck from that. Also, I did do a how to play for this as well, so if you're curious about just maybe some of the rules or whatever, you want to give that a look-see before you go ahead and see my session, by all means check that out as well. Otherwise, learn by example, watch me go through this, and see if I can protect the world from the evil Decepticons. You're ready? Transform and roll out. Alright, here we go. All set and ready to go. I have set up the matrix the way I needed to for a single player game, which is a 4x3 grid. I then took the rest of my cards from my original deck, which by the way, here are all the cards that I have left over from that original main deck that I made, which I showed you guys again how to do in that previous video that I mentioned before. So definitely be sure to check that out at some point. This is my new main deck, which has my bosses shuffled into it. I did the schemes in the way that it's in the book, so I made my 3 piles and I put the schemes on top and I shuffled them in. So there are only 3 schemes in here, but every like 7 cards or so, well, I guess 9 in this case, will have a scheme somewhere in it. So we'll see where that falls as I move around the matrix. And because you guys voted, I am playing as Jazz. We start in our alt mode, which is his vehicle mode. He has 2 movement on him whenever he's in vehicle mode, and this says, when you transform, you may teleport 1 space. So that means I can move any 1 space. This is going to be orthogonal, so I'm pretty sure teleport doesn't give me the flight ability, so I can't move diagonal, but teleporting into a space means that I avoid ambushes from enemies, which is going to be great. But also when battling adversaries, it is -1 power. I could always convert in some different way or spend an energon over here in order to be able to do that as well. We will see as things go. I got my standee. I don't want to start here, but I just want to bring it down to show that he went with this. And of course, whenever I convert into Jazz, I'll be able to start of turn. If I am on a site, I draw 1 card. I got a little weird discrepancy here with the W kind of blotted out, but that's okay. I could also spend an energon to gain a power, and I can spend 2 energon to flip all adjacent cards face up. That is going to be fantastic, and I feel like I'm going to use that later on as I go through the game. But for right now, let's move him back right over here. And then on this side, this is where I'm going to be playing all my cards for you guys. So I got my starter deck right here. This has the 10 cards for the Autobots. I'm going to lay them out here. This is going to represent what's in my hand. And as I play them, I'm going to move them up. So this is going to be the in-play area. And then my discard pile is going to be right above my draw pile here. So they'll go here, they'll go up, they'll move over, and then they'll move back. So that's kind of like boom, 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 boom. That's how the transformation is going to work as I play it. In theory, see how it goes. One last thing, you may notice that my damage pile is turned upside down. That's because I have all 3 of the special damage cards shuffled into this. And you flip it upside down because you don't know what damage card you're going to take. So that's going to be fun as I take damage and see if I get anything terrible. Remember, if I ever control 5 damage cards at one time, game over for me. With all that said and done, let's draw our first 5 cards and get this party started. All right, here we go. Firepower. Courage, Patrol, I always like that, another Courage, and another Courage. So right off the bat, what we're just going to do is we're going to put the 3 Courages into play, as you can see right here. So this is how it's going to work. Just move them over a little bit. And each one of these Courages does produce 1 energy. So I have 1, 2, 3 energy to spend. We also have a firepower, which I can move up here immediately because that doesn't have any other... These don't have any special like writing on them or whatnot, so I can just move them up here and that's fine. And then, of course, firepower gives us 2, but I also have a range of 1 for this as well if I need it for anything. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 energy right now, which is awesome. So I think then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to spend 1 of my 2 movement for Jazz, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip this over. What is this? To punish and enslave. A maneuver gives me 3 energy, 1 movement. When you defeat an adversary with a cost 4+, you may attack. So this gives me an attack against something else on another player. Unfortunately, I don't have any other players, so that doesn't really help. But the Energon ability of a +3 power when confronting, that's pretty good, but I really don't need that. So what I am going to do, I'm going to use my second movement for Jazz, and we're going to drive over here. And then we're going to move the patrol car up. I am going to just flip it sideways just to make it a little easier. We're going to use the movement to flip the card, but we're also going to check one of our adjacent areas. So I think I'm going to check down here first. Ooh, a sight! That's perfect for Jazz. Pay 3 power, gain the top card of the main deck. If it's an adversary, destroy the site. Place the adversary in the space instead. Wow, oh boy. But now I'm flipping over the card under Jazz. Oh no! Oh no, it's Skywarp! That's already an adversary. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, so he ambushes me. So I'll flip this over. Alright, Undermined, attack. This adversary cannot be battled this turn. Oh my god, that is a great thing. I don't have to worry about that at all because I did not plan on attacking him anyway. Sounds good. I should have bought to punish and enslave when I was over there. But I didn't because I figured if I flipped over other things, I would be able to do it. I actually could have fought Skywarp today and beat him, but I can't because of this stupid ambush. And I can't move from here either because I don't have any more movement left, which is terrible. So I think the only thing I can do is I can spend 2 out of my 5 to buy Transform and Roll Out. I think you can only buy 1 of these a turn. Maybe you could buy 2. I don't know, but I really don't want to. Man, I wish I didn't move from here to buy this, but that's the way you play the game. If you move from it, that's just how it is. All right, so like I said, I would spend 2 of these in order to spend that. This would go here. Everything else I can't do anything with because I'm not in a good space for those. All goes to my discard pile. And let's draw our next 5 cards. Reserve. Go over there. Courage. Fix. Another courage. And another courage. So, start of our next turn. Which, unfortunately, because we are in the space with Skywarp, we must resolve another ambush. Casualties of war. Lose 2 Energon. Oh, man, I only had 2. Darn it. Oh, I wish I was able... I forgot to take these off as well. Man, wish I had a way. I mean, I could beat him to gain some stuff, but... Oh, man. All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, so I lost my 2 Energon. I can actually go ahead and start using stuff here. I am going to go ahead, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend all 3 of those and go 1, 2, 3, and use that 3 energy to go ahead and blast apart Skywarp. Actually, the end of the last turn, I didn't actually fill anything, so whatever this card is, which is the Mechanation, which is an ally, is completely gone from the game. I'll just put it up here. We'll put it sideways up here just so I know that that's gone. Because I didn't refill the Matrix, so he had to be discarded. But now that I am destroying Skywarp, who can go away, I'll be able to refill the Matrix there. In addition to that, I gain 1 victory point, which is 1 Energon, and I can teleport to any space, which is awesome. So we'll put the Energon right here, and I'm actually going to teleport to this site because I think I'm going to be able to transform next turn, so I'm not going to like leave this site. This also site is Desert, pay 3 power, gain the top card of the main deck. If it's an... Oh yeah, that's right, I read that already. Right. All right, I'm just going to put Skywarp kind of over here. This is like my defeated pile. They go in separate piles from whatever's discarded from the main deck or destroyed. This is like the destroyed pile. This is like a vault pile of sorts, so things mostly go in here. I'm pretty sure these don't go to the discard pile. At least that's the way I interpret it from the rules and whatnot. And I changed my mind. I'm going to teleport over here before the end of my turn. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Because I got a bunch of things here I want to do anyway. So I got Fix, which does give me 1 movement, which I'm going to spend that movement right now in order to flip this card. which happens to be Death from Above, Flight. Ooh, 4 energy to buy it. Flight, block, and a bunch of different things. I like Flight. Flight's really good in this game. We also have a reserves card here, which is if you control 3 or fewer energon, gain 1 energon, which I will. And then I'm also going to spend this for the movement right away. So we gain back both of our energon. I'm going to move down here. I'm going to spend 1 of Jazz's 2 energy, or I'm sorry, movement to flip. Quick change. You may transform. Oh, I like this one. I like this one better. I'm actually going to stay here. I was going to use the other move to move over to the desert, but I'd rather have this to be able to transform. So I'm going to call this the end of my turn. We're going to refill the matrix. So that's good. These all go back to the discard pile. I'm going to shuffle this up. Plop this right down here. Good. And 1, 2, beautiful. 3, 4, even better. 5. Oh, wow, look at that. Nice. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and exhaust all 3 of these courage cards to go ahead and just buy quick change. Quick change is a really cool maneuver to have. And then that's what means I can refill the matrix as well. So we'll put this right here. I do gain my energon, which is awesome. Perfect. We'll put this right here. And then I'm actually going to use the reserves movement to move to the desert. Right? Yeah, I'll move to the desert. And then I'll use both of Jazz's movements to go 1. And then flip this over for 2. Haha, Cloudburst. Hello, friend. Oh, awesome. He is 1 energy, 1 range, and 1 movement. He has flight, and you may destroy 1 card you control. That's cool. That'll be a good deck thinner as I go along. So I did all that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use... So I've done this. And now I'm going to use transform and roll out. It says you may transform and move. I am actually going to move over and I am going to transform. So I've used both of Jazz's things, so he can go ahead and transform. Or convert. I think that's kind of how they call it now. And we'll just move on over to the site for that last movement that transform and roll out gives us. Sweet, awesome. We have no more energy to spend. We've used all of our extra stuff. I don't need anything from Jazz. I like that flip all adjacent, but I'd rather be somewhere in the middle to do that. So refill the matrix. Everything here goes to the discard pile. Let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. 5. Oh man, I have 1 movement, but I do get to flip something, which is really good. And because we started our turn in the desert, we will get to draw our 6th card, which happens to be another movement. Okay, cool. And that would be a remove of a damage right now. So this is what we have to work with. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use firepower right here. So I'm just going to flip that to the side. And 1 away from Jazz's Cloudburst. He is 2 energy, so that fits. It's 1 range because it's any 1 space orthogonally. And I get to use the 2 energy that firepower produces in order to get him. So he's going to go to the discard pile. As much as I would love to do the desert in order to be able to gain it, I'm not going to. But I'm going to use the ability for patrol to flip this. Oh, which is a Decepticon scheme. Start of turn, destroy 1 non-Decepticon card adjacent to this space. Ongoing, you cannot buy or defeat cards adjacent to this space. To thwart, contribute 10 plus power. Pay X power to, oh man, I gotta be on this in order to be able to thwart it. So we have freaking Tripticon. Jesus, they start a turn and an ongoing here. And I'm gonna use that 1 movement from patrol in order to move myself onto it. So unfortunately, I don't really have much else, but I do have these. So I'm gonna spend all 3 of these in order to contribute to that scheme. 10 plus power tokens, great. So that's 3 contributed right there. I will spend 1 energon this turn to do 1 more power to do here. So that's 4 out of the 10 that I need in order to be able to thwart this Decepticon scheme. And unfortunately, I can't do anything with Fix as much as I would want to move to another place to do stuff, but I got to get rid of this thing immediately. So that's going to be the end of my turn. That's done. Let me go ahead and refill the matrix. I wonder where that boss is. Got to be in one of these areas if he's out already. All right, away, 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 away. Let me shuffle. Now I really wish I got that to punish and enslave. I could use that 3 energy right now. But I'll take that for 2. Nice. Awesome. Okay. Huh. I may actually do it. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could spend all of my energy, which let's just say I do. All right, hold on 1 second. Before I do this, start of turn, destroy 1 non-Decepticon card adjacent to this space. I'm actually going to destroy... I'm going to destroy the desert. We're going to get rid of that just because I can. Ongoing, you cannot buy or defeat cards adjacent to the space, so I couldn't do anything else. But because now it is officially my turn, I've spent those 6, added to the 4, so now there is 10 plus cards here, so this is actually also defeated. And now I can go ahead and start buying stuff and getting rid of things, and this would go in the same spot as Skywarp would be. So, like, sadly, everything was used. I do get 1 movement, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move myself over to the Punish and Enslave. I don't think I'm going to be able to get 5 energy next turn, but at the very least, I would be able to possibly get it. Yep, so boom, right there. That is the end of my turn. I don't have anything else to do. So we're going to go 1, 2. Now remember, my only movement that I have right now is with cards. So that's the one problem with Jazz. But this is actually a very nice spot for me because on my turn, I can actually spend 2 Energon and flip all those cards. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that I can flip. Let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead and put these into the discard pile. So we got Cloudburst. He has Flight, which is fun. I got a Patrol, which I might use a little bit later. Okay, good. All right. Again, Fix doesn't really do too much, but I think before we do anything else, I'm actually going to go ahead and spend 2 Energon, and I'm going to flip all adjacent cards face up. Now remember, that's just orthogonal, so it's up, down, left, right. So this is actually the best position to be in because this is already flipped. So now this flips for a sight, this flips for an adversary, but because I'm not in the space, he doesn't hit me with an ambush. This flips for, oh no, Soundwave. Okay, hang on 1 second. Let me just do my last flip here. Space Bridge. Okay, so we got the Space Bridge here, which is a cool technology card. We have the Abandoned Energon Mine. Hold on 1 second. This is going to be fun. Place 12 Energon here. Pay 2 power, reveal the top card of the main deck, which is here. Gain Energon equal to the revealed card's cost. When empty, destroy this card. So then I would reveal it and it would go back down. And whatever's in the corner is how much of this energy I have or I can gain. Once this is gone, then this site is completely gone. However, the problem is that Soundwave has now popped up out of nowhere. Discard 1 ally you control. I don't have any, so that's fine. And resolve an ambush. So Soundwave's ambush is lose 1 victory point, which in this case means lose 1 energy because it's solo mode. Anything with the word victory point basically reads as Energon. I said energy, it's Energon. I don't have any Energon, so actually this does nothing. And because it was a boss reveal, ambush hits all adversaries. I'm the only one here, so that is really it. It doesn't do anything else. After all is that is said and done, I don't really have much of anything, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do Fix, and I'm going to use the movement for Fix. Now I'm going to jump up here to the Energon Mine, and I think I may actually use some of the power here. Let me see. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do the Patrol. I'm just going to move it up here. I may do a movement soon, but I'm going to go ahead and flip an adjacent space, which is what the Patrol gives me, because I'm putting it into play, so this immediately activates. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip this one, which is Strafe. Man, there's some high cost cards here. Oh boy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play Cloudburst, and I'm going to activate his ability. You may destroy 1 card you control. Anything that's here is what's being controlled. So I would play Courage, and then because I control Courage, I'm going to destroy it. So it's already going to be something to thin my deck out a little bit. But before I do any of that, I'm also going to play the other Courage. So now I have 2 energy, range 1, that doesn't really do anything, and another move. I actually have 2 movements. All right, so that's destroyed. That's going to go here in the destroyed pile. I'm going to spend 2 power to just gain 2 Energon from this Energon reserve here. And as much as I want to be on this site in order to be able to draw at the beginning of the turn, I'm going to move here with my Patrol, and then I'm going to use the Cloudburst movement to flip this over to look at this. Ooh, Helping Hand, Maneuver, Block. I love block cards. And it only costs 3, so that's really, really good. Unfortunately, once again, I have not drawn anything from the Matrix. This can go. There is a start a turn here for Soundwave. So let me just pop this here, which is gain 1 damage. This boss cannot be defeated if any mini cassette Decepticons are in the Matrix. Here's the thing also, though. Because I am solo mode, I have to defeat Octopunch before I even go after Soundwave. But I need some more cards in order to build up my deck. Like, I'd love to get Helping Hands. I'd love to get to Punish and Enslave, because they give a lot of energy in order to be able to fight these guys. However, this gets destroyed, which is another ally, local resistant fighters. And let's put everything to the discard pile and start the next turn. Okay, here we go. I really wanted to get, I could have bought a Transform and Roll Out, but I really wanted to gain what is it? Oh, that's good. That Energon. Okay, let's go ahead and finish our draw with 1 and 2. All right, cool. So I'm going to immediately, because I see what I have here, this says you may transform. I don't think I'm going to transform. Do I want to? If this is the first card you play during your turn, discard your hand and draw 3 cards. No, I'm not going to do that. It's going to be, I'm going to play Courage first. I'm going to play another Courage, so that's 2 energy. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a quick change. And I actually am going to transform. So Jazz here is going to go from his robot mode back to his vehicle mode, because I just like the movement a little bit better. And then that 3 energy that I have, I'm actually going to buy Helping Hands. So that's good. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put reserve up here in order to be able to gain 1 Energon. And then we're going to go ahead and use the movement here to go down. And then we're going to use the fix in order to go down as well. I really don't want to get too close to Soundwave. We'll use one of Jazz's movements to go flip. Oh, no. Oh, Carnivac, another Decepticon. Oh, no. Oh, that stinks. All right, put him back. Draw an ambush. Discard a random card in your discard pile. So, the only card technically in my discard pile is Helping Hand, which I just bought because that would have went to the discard pile. I didn't do that, and it goes here. It did go into the discard pile, just I didn't get a chance to put it over in the other camera yet. It doesn't matter because this jerk definitely destroyed it. Great. Wonderful. Ugh. So much for that. Oh, darn. I'm not going to move anymore. I'm just going to call the end of the turn right there. Let's go ahead and refill the matrix up here. I only have 3 cards that haven't been revealed, so I better go around and start destroying guys and then gaining some other cards for my deck. All right, here we go. Boom, Cloudburst. Firepower. Transform and Roll Out. Courage. And another Courage. So before I do anything, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 Courages, do that. So now with Carnivac, I destroyed him. So it's either I gain 1 Energon or I gain this card. He gives me 1 energy, 2 range, and a movement, but he also has a block. During your turn, you may attack. I don't care about attacking, but I do get a block ability. Target player to say, you know what, I'm going to take it. I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it in my discard pile because you caused me to lose 1, so now I'm taking you. So take that. So you are going to go here. You are now part of my my pile. So ha. Eat that. Anywho, let's go ahead and start. What do we got? We got 1, 2. We got, wow, I got a range of 1 straight through. 2, 3. I'm going to go ahead and use both movement on Jazz here, as you can see, to go 1, 2. There is something I forgot because I am in this mode. All battling adversaries is -1 power. So I will need to spend another power in order to defeat Carnivac. So we'll just say I use one of the movement instead of the one from Jazz from Transform and Roll Out. So I used a movement from here and then another Energon or energy from here in order to be able to get to destroy Carnivac and throw him into there. So then I will use Jazz's other thing to go up here to the Energon mine, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3. There actually should be another one of these big things here because I forgot that these are 5, not 10. But I am going to go ahead and put 2 here and take 3 more Energon for myself from the Energon mine. So that makes me very happy because I have a lot of Energon that I can use to transform and do all kinds of cool stuff. I also forgot to gain 1 damage because of Soundwave. So let's see what do we got here. Just a damage. A regular damage card, which is fine. I'm going to slide those underneath here. I just have to remember to... he's going to keep hitting me every turn, and that's going to be terrible. Okay, let's put these away. Boom. Let's refill the matrix. Oh, I was about to flip it over. I almost did, but I didn't, so I have no idea what that is still. All right, next turn. 1, 2. Here we go. Okay. 3, 4, and 5. Wow, okay. So I got a lot of courages here, apparently. And because of sound wave at the start of turn, I do take another damage, which is another damage card. Oh boy, all right, these come off. I have 2 out of 5 damage, which is really bad because I have all this energon, so I now need to start doing stuff. Okay, before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and play Patrol. I am going to use the movement, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the card that is to the left of Jazz in the Matrix, just to see exactly what this is. Drop ship. Technology, 3 straight energy, which is cool. You may move target character up to 2 spaces. That'd be myself. But I'm actually going to go and I'm going to try to get this first. So I'm going to use that movement from Patrol to move down here. So this was used, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to use all 5 energy to produce here, and then to punish and enslave goes into my discard pile. Yeah, I know it seems kind of rough for an Autobot to have the card to punish and enslave, but you know what? This is what happens when you mix things together. Stuff like that happens. And before I end my turn, I actually am going to spend an energon to transform. I actually don't think I get that teleport ability on this, because it says on his one side, when you transform, you may teleport 1 space. So here would be I transformed, and then the passive would have activated. So I don't think I get to teleport onto Octopunch's space just by transforming into my robot mode. But that's okay. I will be able to go on over there and hopefully defeat him next turn. So let's go ahead and refill the matrix right here. Plop these all back here and start our next turn. Now I really need that fix card. I need that fix card to start getting rid of some of my damage. Okay. Oh, wow, I can just fly. That's 2. That's fun. And I get, I don't have, I have all the energon I need. So, all right. So here we go. Let's gain another damage card. Oh no, T-Cog Jam. So this is going to go into my discard pile. And then once I draw it, then it does bad things to me. Okay, so that goes here, but it doesn't count yet. If it's in my hand, it immediately goes into play, and that counts towards my 5 limit. So for right now, it's just kind of here, but it could be really bad in the long run. Anywho, let's go ahead and use reserves here to move over 1 space. Right over here to Octopunch, which unfortunately, because I landed in a spot with a enemy, I have to draw from the ambush pile, which happens to be... lose 1 VP, which is lose 1 energon. Great. I'm glad at least I took it from the mine, because now I have 4 left. But, you know, they take it, they gain it, they lose it, whatever. So from all this, we're going to go ahead Courage, Courage, and then Cloudburst and Quick Change. I'm not going to worry about these are all you may, and then this is the first card is not and you may. I'm not going to activate any of that. Instead, I'm just going to use the 4 energy that this produces to knock out Octopunch here. And he says gain 2 victory points. So I gain 2 energon back to my stack, which is great. So he is gone. That's good. I need to get down and defeat Soundwave. That's like the next big thing that I got to do. Refill the matrix. And now we make our way down to Soundwave. That would be my guess. I know I don't have much in the ways of like movement, but I should be able to... I have a lot of cards that grant movement. See, got one already. Got another one that puts me at Soundwave. That also puts me at Soundwave. Let me shuffle these. Hold on a moment. The problem is, even though they give me the movement, I don't have the energy that I need in order to be able to do what I want to do. All right, so that's 2 and another movement. And then also flipping an adjacent space. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 energy to spend. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put this into play to flip. We'll use both. We'll use the movement to flip the card I'm on, and then we'll use its special ability to flip the card that's to the left of Jazz. All right, let's just hope for no more ambushes. So, all right, combine. You may convert if you do gain 1 energon. That's awesome. And then this flips over as well. Technology, high voltage electric cannon. You may gain X damage. Oh, God. To gain X power. Wow. Okay, that's crazy. Let's go ahead and... Well, I do have Fix, so I'm going to just put Fix into play, and I'm going to return one of the damage to the stack. I'm then just going to go ahead and flip Firepower right now because I'm going to use that 2 energy in order to gain the card that I'm on. Okay, so this can go back to this. It says go back to the stack, but I think it just goes to a discard pile. So I'm just going to put that there, and then Combine is going to go ahead into my discard pile. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to use Transform and Rollout's movement to go 1 space. We're going to go here. And then I'm just going to use the range. So even though this is a range of 2, I can do a range of 1. So I have a range of 1 with 1 energy, a range of 1 with 1 energy. What do you say again? Oh, yeah, right. That doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to use the range of 1, and I'm going to target actually that site that's above me. Because I'm going to feed it 2 energy, and I'm going to take 2 Energon into my supply. So that's how I'm going to do that, just so I have a lot of Energon, because I think I'm going to go try to fight Soundwave next turn. And I did do the starter turn. I don't remember if I did the starter turn or not, putting that one into my deck. No, I did not. I did not. So I do have to flip this over anyway. It's another damage. Good thing I fixed myself anyway. So we're going to restock here. Let's put all of this into the discard pile. I don't think I could have done anything else with Fix. I could have destroyed a starter card, but I'm not really too worried about that. Am I going to be able to get 6 energy out of this? That's what I'm kind of looking for. If I can get 6 energy out of this, I'm going to fight Soundwave. Oh, I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a movement to get down there. Okay, cool. Let's take our damage, which he does to me. Short circuit, so that's going to go to my discard pile. And I'm going to use Reserve here for its movement to go on down the Soundwave. Now, because I entered this space, I do have an ambush, which he is ambushing me for out of gas. Lose 2 Energon. You know what? That's fine. I have plenty of Energon to lose. I can deal with that. So now what I'm going to do is put everything up here. So I have gained... If you defeat an adversary with 4+, you may attack. That doesn't really matter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could have spent Energon in order to do +3 power as well. So this could have given me 6 in its own right. You know what? Let's actually do that. Do I want to do the Energon? Yeah. Okay. You know what? Yes. I am going to do that actually, but I can't yet. So I'm playing this in order to be able. I'm just going to be safe. I'm gonna play a Courage as well, because in case he goes up in power, I can't play anything else from my hand. Actually, my turn ends after I declare a confrontation, so I'm just going to play everything. That's fine. All right, so I've declared a confrontation, so now I'm going to be shuffling all of these back into the encounter deck. All right, and with that done, we're going to flip over the first card, Casualty of War, and I have Destroy 1 robot you control. Oh no, Cloudburst! If you control none, gain 2 damage. Oh no! So Cloudburst is a robot that I do control, and he is destroyed. No! So he'll go up here into that. So then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could... pay an Energon to confront, I'm just going to play it safe. So these are all the confront abilities down here. I can play these while I'm confronting. So I'm going to spend 3 Energon, like so, to gain 3 power. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm doing 8 damage to Soundwave, which on his 6 power is more than enough to defeat him. And his victory is 3 victory points, which means I gained 3 Energon. So that Energon that I spent is now also back with me. So he'll go over here to my victory pile against the Decepticons, or the Vault, I guess some people call it. And that 3 energy that I spent on that one thing goes here. Oh man, I'm glad that I beat it, but that's also the immediate end of my turn. I can't do anything else. So let's go ahead and refill the matrix right there. Move some stuff over. Put to our discard pile and continue on. Again, a lot of really high value cards in the matrix right now. I also have 2 damage cards right in there. So, and I know I'm going to be pulling one eventually. That immediately goes into play upon drawing. And so this means is on your turn, play this before any other card in your hand. You may not convert. So that's pretty much it. This means I also have 3 damage cards for this turn. That's all I can do. What's even worse is that I can't convert because of that stupid T-Cog jam. So I can't even change Jazz into his vehicle to start looking at things. This turn has been completely busted. I can't buy anything. I don't have any movement points on any of my cards, so I can't even look at this. That's it. That's all I can do. So this flips over. And this isn't over, is destroyed. And now that is literally the end of my turn. Yeah, so that's how bad these can be. And because I didn't do anything else, like this says you may transform, I couldn't do that because of the T-Cog jam. That's great. So now all that goes back into my discard pile. Let me reshuffle. And let's go ahead and re-go here. So 1, 2, I got to start getting rid of some of those courages. 3, 4, oh, another T-Cog jam, really? Ah, so I can't convert again, but at least this time I have some movement in order to be able to start looking for stuff. And with To Punish and Enslave, I'm at least able to gain some energy to possibly buy a card. So actually what I'm going to do, fix. You may return 1 damage controlled by any player to... I'm going to get rid of this T-Cog Jag because that has so far been screwing me up so much. So that's gone. And then I'm actually going to use this in order to be able to move / check the card underneath Jazz. So let's see, what do we got here? Thundercracker! Oh, there's boss number 2! Discard 1 ally you control, which I don't, and resolve an ambush. Great! I forgot to move this to the discard pile, so we have, boom, lose 1 victory point, which is 1 energon, as I said, so he has drained that from me. So that's a thing. So now Thundercracker, when ambushed by a non-boss adversary, attack, lose 1 victory point before drawing the encounter. Okay, so he has an ongoing, and anytime I have to fight something else, I lose a victory point. So that's great. There's no other Decepticons in the Matrix right now, but I do need to beat him in order to continue with my goal. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead. I'm going to put these into the Matrix right now, or into my play area. I don't need this. I can just put it in anyway. It doesn't really matter for anything. So I'm going to say that I am now going to officially confront Thundercracker because I need 8. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could spend a power or an energon to get Jazz, and then if anything, I could spend 1 energon and hopefully draw something good from the top of my deck. So then these all go back in. This shuffles. Now there is one card, one encounter card that could really screw up my plan here. But we'll see how this works. Jazz is going to go ahead and just do what he can in order to try to take this guy down on his own. So 1, 2, 3. Ha! Oh, thank God. Okay. Oh no! Destroy 1 maneuver card you control. If you control none, gain 2 damage. Do I have any other maneuvers? Do I have... No! No! I didn't punish and enslave. Damn it. So with that destroyed, I only have 1 energy in order to fight this guy, which I cannot do. So unfortunately, my turn is immediately over. I can't do anything else. Your stupid boss encounter card screwed me up. And I don't have anything to refill the Matrix. So Mixmaster is destroyed. Because only non-boss cards go into the Matrix. I mean, only boss cards go back into the Matrix. He is just a card, so he is up there. I can't believe it. Oh, that's terrible. That was awful. Oh, 1, 2, 3. I gotta get out of here and start getting some cards. No! Short circuit. On your turn, play this card, blah, blah, blah. -1 power when battling adversaries this turn. Oh, boy. And 4. All right, because it would have been 5, and then that would have immediately gotten played. Yeah, I need to transform and get out of here. Yeah, but before I do that, Thundercracker hits me for lose 2 energon. I don't have anything to block it, so losing 2 energon to block it, and then immediately spending 1 energon to transform. Nope, I take that back. I am not going to transform with an energon. I'm going to transform with Quick Change. And actually, I'm going to use Quick Change first. Well, nope, never mind. This is technically the first card that got played this turn, so it didn't really matter. So Quick Change is going to go up. You may transform, so I transform. That's fine. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 energy. So I have 4 energy that I can play this turn. So all the courages and then Quick Change as well. That's just right there. Man, all the good 4s are away. So I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to go 1, 2, whoops, there. And we're going to go, let's go here. 1, and we'll flip this over. Oh, it's a sight. Okay. Place 12, well, this is the Energon Mine Large, another Energon Mine. Place 12 Energon from the general spot on the card. Pay X power, gain Energon equal to this, okay, yeah, it's the same thing. It's actually the same exact thing. Oh, I've been doing this wrong. I've been doing this wrong the whole time. Oh no. Okay, so so I had to pay 2 Energon to reveal the top of the deck in order to pull the Energon from here. I've just been pumping Energon. Here's what we're going to do. This actually worked out better. Let's pretend that this happened. So let's pretend I pulled the Energon mine first. It was still 12 Energon, still the exact same thing. So now this gets 12 Energon put into it. And if I pay 2 power, then I can reveal the top card, which I have 4, and I'm not buying anything. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to reveal the top card, which is an ally, which is 3. So now I gain 3 energy from this. Actually, it's 1, 2, 3. I'll take these 2 away and put this back 4, 5. There you go. Okay, so, haha, that's, was that right? No, that should be 9. I'm sorry. Okay, boom. There we are. All right, so now there's 9 Energon left on this one. So these two just swapped. This has been the large Energon mine, which is pay X Energon, gain X energy, pay X power, gain X Energon from this card. When it's empty, destroy it. This is pay 2 power, which I did to reveal the top card. This is a once per turn thing. I'm going to spend my last 2 power or Energon, no, I'm sorry, power to put a transform and roll out into my discard pile. And there we go. That's how that's done. Unfortunately, once again, I didn't put anything into, and he's gone anyway, because I didn't put anything into the matrix. Whew, that was weird and very complicated, and I hope you guys understood how I did that, but that should have made everything clear and good to go for the rest of the game. So, sorry about that. Sorry. Okay, all right. This is pretty good here. What do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, I need stuff that gives me power. Oh. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, and we're going to go 1, 2 up the dropship. So we have a lot of movement, or a lot of energy here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all of these I've put into play immediately. I'm not transforming or anything like that, which this says I can transform, this says I can convert, which is the exact same thing. I'm not going to do any of those, but I am going to spend these 5 in order to put dropship into my deck, because that is 3 energy that I could definitely need. With that put into there, I then have 1, 2, 3 movement that I can do. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 movement right here. So then this gets flipped over. Of course it's a Decepticon. Why wouldn't it be a Decepticon? And then flip it. Of course it's a Decepticon. Come on. Oh my gee. Ugh. All right, well, Rampage hits me. So this can go here. I always forget to put that. And lose 2 Energon. Great. So that's gone. This goes away. And because I already used my cards in order to move in anything, I can't transform unless I spend an Energon. So we'll see what happens on the next turn. Otherwise, that this doesn't activate an ambush because it doesn't. Well, actually, no. When ambushed by a non-boss adversary, I lose. So I actually lose another one because of Thundercracker over here. So he ambushed me. I automatically lose 1, which is great. And we'll refill the matrix right here. And these will all go into the discard pile. I've used all that energy, which is fine. 1 courage. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that immediately goes here. -1 when battling adversaries. Great. I wouldn't even probably want to battle them anyway because I'm a car, so it wouldn't do anything for me, honestly. What I am going to do, though, is I am going to play transform and roll out. And because I'm going to transform, I am going to go ahead and transform back into robot mode. Good, so we are here, and I'm going to use that 1 movement in order to go to... We're going to go to Death from Above, just because I can use that for something better. Now, I do have 1, 2, 3 energy right here, which technically is not enough in order to buy, or power, or whatever you want to call it. So I have 3 power, but I can spend an Energon in order to gain 1 power, so I can use that 4th power in order to be able to buy Death from Above, which is great because, again, I could use flight, I could use movement, I could use some extra energy as well. Power, always about the power. Let's go ahead and do patrol. I'm going to flip the card, and then I'm going to probably move somewhere. Let's flip this corner card. I haven't been here yet. Power up. You may discard any number of cards for each card you discard. This way, gain 1 Energon. And then a good Confront ability, +2 power, then destroy 1 random card in your discard pile. You know what? Yeah, let's move up there because that's only 3. I should easily be able to afford that. So that's going to be for next turn. Let's go ahead and plop this here and then see what we can get and then start weeding out these guys. Using Energon, doing all kinds of stuff like that. Boom. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I got 5 exactly there. Actually, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and I'm just going to, you know, instead of doing that, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, plop these up. I'm not going to use any of the text on them, but I am going to go ahead and use each one of the movement on these cards. And that's going to go 1, 2, 3 onto Bombshell. Now I am going to go ahead and resolve the ambush ability, which happens to be uphill battle. Of course it is. Lose 1 victory point, aka lose 1 Energon. That's fine. I should be all right with that. And then I can play my 2 Courages, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is exactly how much Bombshell is. Bombshell also is gain 2 VP, so I gain 2 Energon back for defeating him, and I get to draw a card. So that's fun. So the next card that I draw is Courage. Thanks. That actually doesn't help me whatsoever, but at least just goes here. And that's going to be the end of my turn. Wish it was a movement. I really wish, well, no, not really. Not really, because then where would I have moved? Here, there, doesn't really matter. Swoosh, all into the discard pile. Redraw. I have 3 exactly, so that reserve will be something that I can use. There we are. Okay. I need 4 to defeat Rampage, which I absolutely can do. So we're going to use reserve, and I'll tap it to say that I've used the movement and gain the Energon. All right, so we're up to 4 now. We're going to go up to Rampage, and then that again is going to trigger an ambush. Destroy the top card of your deck. I don't have a deck currently, so let me reshuffle. All right, here we go. Here, I just want to shuffle just really quickly on here so you know I didn't stack the deck at all in case I get something I didn't want to pull. But this is definitely be the time when I'd want to pull a Courage. All right, fine, transform and roll out. But even though I pulled that, I still need 4 in order to defeat him. So I can do that with 1, 2, 3 right here. So, boom, perfect. So now you are destroyed, Rampage, which is great. I will gain 2 Energon from doing that. So that's 1, 2 right there. You can go here. I can fix and I can move, so I'm going to do both of those things. And then Firepower really doesn't do much, so I'm just going to put it up here. So let's go ahead and fix one of these damages, get that out of here. We'll move. I only get 1 movement, so I can't even flip whatever this is. So that's fine, we're good. Let's refill the matrix and redraw. I just remember that I have to do Thundercracker's ability, so I will lose 2 Energon as soon as I go back after doing this. So this way I can do his... Oh, jeez. All right, go up there. Adversaries cost 1. Great. Fun. Wonderful. All right, so let me lose these 2 because it's all of Thundercracker's abilities because it's an ongoing effect. Whenever I do a non-boss adversary battle, I lose an additional energy. Whatever. It's fine. I have 2 movement, so I'm going to spend 1 of those movement right now to flip this. Ooh, Sludge! Block. You may gain 1 damage for +1 power. Good old Dinobot. Okay, so let's say I use this one for that. So we'll do that, and then we'll go 2, 3. So now Sludge actually comes into my deck. So he'll go here, and then I do have a flight ability where I can move 1 space diagonally. You know what? I think I actually am going to do that. I don't have much else. Well, actually, yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to go here. We're going to move diagonally because I can move 1 space because of, what was that? Death from above. All right, my camera ran a little crazy, so let me just make sure I know where I am. I moved over. I flew here, from here up here. So now I have a range of 1, so I'm targeting this. So I'm using the 2 power that is from Death from Above to take the 2 Energon. So that would actually leave 3 behind on this site. and 2 would come to my point. There we go. Okay, so that is all I got to do for that turn. Let's go ahead and refill the matrix and hope that maybe I'll be able to get something good next turn in order to be able to defeat Thundercracker. Okay, these all go to the discard pile. Keep all that together. Fix it up over here. Here we go. 1, 2. I just want to see lots and that's not lots and lots. 3 and 4. All right. So yeah, let's just use patrol first. We'll use patrol to move. We'll move over 1, and then we'll flip an adjacent card, and then from there I'm gonna go ahead and just put this up here to say that I flipped the card that I moved on to. All right, so in order, we moved here. We're flipping an adjacent card, so I'm going to flip this one. Oh no, Magnetized Core. Each player's alt mode has 0 movement. Oh boy. Buy, gain, or defeat 2 cards in the matrix in a single turn. All right, so I'll keep an eye on that and everything, which is fine. I've been pretty much using Jazz for just him moving around anyway. And then Repair Bay. You may destroy 1 card you control. I want that. I want that. I want that. Okay, so we got 1 power here. I'm just going to do this and this. So I'll use those 2 power to get Repair Bay. So I'll put that here in the discard pile, and then I will go ahead and use this to move down 1. Man, if I had the ability to move 2 or fly, I could have gotten power up this turn and gotten rid of that Magnet Core. But we're going to go down 1, and then we're actually going to end it right there because I can't use... I could throw another transform and roll out into there, but again, it's only 1 energy, and it doesn't really... or 1 power, and it doesn't really help me much at all. So yeah, we're going to end it right there. We're going to refill the matrix. And then, just remove this, put all these into the discard pile. And maybe this turn, depending on what we draw, maybe we can actually defeat Thundercracker. So here we go. Oh, that's better. Got Snarl there. Beautiful. Good, good, good. He also was a block card, which is not the greatest thing, but what do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 here. Confront. Target starter has +2 power, so that's 2 Energon that I can use for that. Destroy 1 damage card in your discard pile. Oh, I don't have any in my discard pile, which would have been great with the new cards I threw in there. Let's see. You gain 1 damage for +1 power. Okay. Let's just go ahead and combine. Here we go. Let's move on in. Okay, Thundercracker. Here we go. We're over here. We're going to try this again. This is the second time we've encountered you. So, boom. We get an ambush immediately. Destroy a random card in your discard pile. Ha! There is no card in my discard pile because I didn't buy or do anything. So take that, you joik. Okay. 1, 2. Let's just go this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We do have confront abilities, which I may be able to use once I activate it. Boom and boom. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 power right now that we have. I have Jazz's ability. I have a bunch of other things. Let's go ahead and do the boss confrontation and see what he throws back at us. Let's do this. All this gets shuffled in. At least there's nothing on here that says -1 against adversaries, so that's always good. That scheme would have been great to get rid of as well, but that's all right. I'm not going into too much of my alt mode. EMP attack. Destroy 1 technology you control. If you control none, gain 2 damage. I don't control any technology, so that does mean I am gaining 2 damage, which the first one is a stasis lock, and the second one is a general damage. Okay, so that's going to go over here. So now I have, again, I have to do 8. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go ahead. Target starter has +2. So let's spend 2 Energon. So then we'll say this is a 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. That's all I need to do. I don't want to gain a damage for that. That's fine. And beautiful. Yes. And Thundercracker is finally beaten. I gained 4 Energon because of that, which is good because I think I'm going to need it. And he will go here to the victory pile. And there we go. Whew, that's boss number 2 of 3. Fantastic. That's going to immediately end my turn. So let's go ahead and put this here and then redraw our cards. Sadly, I don't think I can use Sludge's ability, destroy 1 damage in your discard pile, because I'm in the middle of Confront. So those are the only abilities I could actually do, are Confront abilities, because I was confronting the boss. Confront. Oh no, short circuit. 2, 3, 4. Oh no, and 5. This is -1 power when battling adversaries this turn. Oh no. But I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, I have 7 things? That's crazy. 7 with only 1 movement, sadly enough. Let's go ahead and use the movement from Flight, or Death from Above. Because I get 1 movement, I'm going to go here. But then I'm going to use 2 Energon to flip all adjacent cards. So 1, 2, 3 are all flipped. So we got Kill Shot. We got Circuit Speeders, and we got, oh, Grimlock. Oh, other Dinobots you have +2 power. I have a Dinobot. Oh, that's awesome. Cool. That's great. I wish I could flip down here, but, oh man, I don't have any more movement whatsoever. I do have this, which is cool. I have a range of 1 and an energy of 2, so I can get Circuit Speeders, which I may get just to have. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. Again, I wish I was in a spot that I could buy something. Actually, no. Here we go. You may move target character up to 2 spaces. Okay, so we're going to do this. I'm going to spend the 2 here. We're going to grab Circuit Speeders from the Matrix. So that'll go here. And then Technology, Dropship. You may move target character up to 2 spaces. I'm going to move him, boom, right there on top of Grimlock. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to spend all 5 right here to buy Grimlock. So Grimlock's going to go into my discard pile, which is great. He's at 3. And that also means Magnetized Core has been defeated. So this goes into here, and this is 2 victory points at the end of the game. It doesn't really matter. I don't think I gained that now because it's not the end of the game. But that's all right. I got 6. I got 6 Energon right now, which is awesome. The only bad thing is now I have 2, 3 cards that went into the Matrix. So now we're getting pretty low here. I need to find wherever that boss is. All right, Grimlock goes there. We gotta step it up a little bit in order to be able to figure out where the boss could possibly be hiding. So let's finish up here and fix. Good, I could use that. Reserve, I don't need that. Firepower, yeah, just give me stuff with movement. Yeah, that's fine. Stuff with movement is good. Beautiful. Let's immediately use fix and a movement to flip my spot and heal me. So one of these goes away. So we'll put that here, and we'll flip top spin. Okay, that's cool. Flight. Each time you flip a card in your space, you may convert. That doesn't really matter because I'm not doing anything like that. And I do have enough energy in order to get them, so we're just going to immediately do that. So we're going to move all of these up here. I'm not going to activate any of the other text down this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, which means top spin comes into the deck from the pile, which is good. I still have 1, 2, 3 movement. So we'll go 1, 2, oh no! It's Megatron! I revealed Megatron! Discard each ally you control, that doesn't matter. Reveal an ambush card. Oh no. Okay, so what does he have? Lose 1 victory point, we just lose 1 Energon. And his start of turn ability, reveal the top card of your deck. If it costs 3 or more, destroy it. Oh no! Do I want to move out of here? I do have 1 more movement left. But if I start this on the beginning of my turn, he's going to beat... I've got to move. I have to move up. I have to. Just in case. I have to know what I'm drawing next turn in case I don't have enough power in order to be able to beat him. He has a power of 10. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Let's go ahead and refill the matrix here and then discard and redraw. Okay, so this all goes away. I know that there's other things I could have... No, there wasn't any other powers I can do here. 1, 2... 3. Let me shuffle these. Right, drawing 2 more. Repair Bay is actually going to help me right now. Sludge and Grimlock. Oh man, I wish I had you guys before. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this patrol card in order to flip the space I'm at and my adjacent space. So we'll flip this with the movement. Oh no, a Decepticon scheme. Robots in the Matrix are treated as adversaries. So that means divided loyalty. So that means if there was any Autobots in here, of course Ravage is in here, so I have to beat him before I beat Megatron. If there was any Autobots in here, then they would be adversaries. But I could thwart this immediately. While in this space, pay 4 Energon in order to thwart it. I only have 5 left. And Ravage, of course, was revealed here, but no, ambush is going to happen because I'm not in the space. But I need to beat him before I fight Megatron, which is actually what Sludge is going to do. He is 2, so I'm just going to use that, and I'm going to use his 2 energy here to immediately beat Ravage. I do gain an Energon, which is great. This divided loyalties is like whatever right now, so I'm just going to leave it. I actually forgot to do Megatron's ability right here, which is reveal the top card of your deck. If it's 3+, destroy it. So I've already drawn, so that's part of it. So now I reveal this, which is Courage, so that just goes right back on top. It was not 3+, so that does not get destroyed. However, I am going to go ahead and use Grimlock's movement right here. So I will move. We're going to move over here, and then because of Grimlock, all Dinobots gain +2 power. So we'll play Courage, we'll play Repair Bay, and the second I play Repair Bay, I can destroy 1 card. I'm going to destroy this Courage card, because I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and even though Repair Bay is there, it's fine. I should return a damage, but I'll be okay. So I used all of that energy, I got rid of the 1 card, and High Voltage Electric Cannon, which is a fun saying card, goes into my discard pile. Courage was destroyed, and now we refill the Matrix for 1, 2. I'm here. I need to be here to destroy him, and I think that's what I got to focus on next turn. I got to get here. All right, come on. Come on, here we go. Let's just go ahead and do this. So we know that's a Courage, so that's 1, 2, hi, fix, 3, 4, 5, and I'm just going to reveal the top card, which is my dropship, which is immediately destroyed. Great! Thanks a whole bunch, Megatron. Thanks a bunch. Now, I could take the 2 movement to get into Megatron's space, but I don't have nearly enough in order to be able to defeat him. So we're going to go ahead and use a fix. We will use a movement to flip the card that's under me, and then I'm going to heal a damage. Let's go ahead and heal the damage that I got over here. Let's flip the card. Teletran 1. Peek at 1 face-down card in the Matrix, which is fine. I could actually use that, because I could use those 2. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want to do it? No, I'm going to do 3, 4. So that's what I'm doing there. I have a lot of movement, so I am going to move down the kill shot. But before I do that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So then Teletran 1 is going to go here. So take him from the Matrix, that goes there. And then Firepower, because I'm right next to the Energon mine, I'm going to target it and spend 2 of this remaining energy to regain 2 Energon. So there is still 1 here on this card. This goes to me. So this is still going to remain in play so long as there's 1 Energon on it. That's going to be the end of my turn. Oh no. Oh, I'm running low. I'm running low on cards. I have to beat him. Oh no. Okay, come on. Come on. Here we go. 1, 2, come on. Where are my big cards? All my big cards are like shuffled all in. Nope, that's fine because it's less than 3. I still need 10. I need 10 in order to be able to beat him. All right, so we'll take reserves. I'm going to use the movement on reserves in order to move down 1 space. So we'll go, I know I should reveal that, but I'm afraid it's going to be like an adversary or something like that. And with divided loyalties in, even if it's an Autobot, I'd have to fight it. So I'm going to move down here to kill shot. And then I'm going to spend 4 energy, which is pretty much everything I have. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 energy right there in order to grab it. So that'll go here. I do have a lot of movement, but I don't want to move into Megatron space yet. So do I have anything to destroy cards? I do not. So that is actually going to end my turn here. Oh God, it's getting close. It's getting close. It's going to be all or nothing soon. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh God, I got to skip this next turn. 4, 5. And then what's this card? A Courage. Great. This actually goes up as well. So I cannot spend energy on this turn, and adversaries are -1. Great. So let's go ahead and do this and use the -1 to flip the card that I'm under, just out of curiosity. All right, what are you? Be something good. Mass Displacement. You may convert. If you do, +1 power. I could also spend an energon to avoid an ambush. Ooh. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. That's everything there. I don't have any other abilities. You may gain 1 damage to gain 1 energon or +2 move. Don't really care about that, but we have 1, 2, 3. So at least Mass Displacement can go into there. All right, so that's all I'm going to be able to do this turn. Oh, these stupid damage cards. Oh, man. This is it. This is it. This is the last turn, because I don't have any more here. If I don't beat Megatron this turn, I have lost the game. All right, we knew this is Courage, so that's 1, 2, that sucks. 3, that's better. 4, and 5. No, you cannot spend energy on this turn. No, I need to spend energy on this turn in order to be able to do stuff. Oh, man. And then the Short Circuit would have been the next card anyway. Oh, damn. Oh, man. So that's going to pretty much be it. There's nothing that I could do. I don't have the ability to generate 10 power. I do, but I never got a chance to actually draw anything from it. So unfortunately, for this game of Transformers, the deck building game, the Decepticons have won, and poor Jazz has been defeated, torn in half, sadly, by Megatron. Wow, that's very thematic for the first live action movie, and that is just how that is. Oh, man, that's it. I flipped out another 2 hands of cards afterwards, and there was no shot that I was beating Megatron anytime soon. The problem with it is, because of all the randomness of the game, which is great, you love that randomness because that keeps the game interesting, that keeps you on your toes, and every time you play it, it's always something different in the Matrix and something different that pops up. But because all the cards that came to me early were like 4 and 5 energy, and then of course all of the other adversaries popped in and everything, and I needed to get rid of them, and ongoing, and start of turn techniques, there was so much working against Jazz in the beginning that I wasn't able to really build up a strong deck right away. Mainly, again, it was just having very high cost cards there that were difficult for me to buy and put into my deck. And then, of course, as I put things into my deck, crazy effects made me get rid of them. And also, let me just say, this is the first time I ever used all of the damage cards, special damage cards in the deck at once. I did like 1 and 2 at some point to see how it is. All 3 in there, that made it hard as well, because once you draw them, they give you that type of, disadvantage for the round, and not being able to transform, not being able to use energy, or energon, that hurts your turn and ultimately cost me the game. But we still had fun, we still had a good time, and I hope you guys learned a little bit something about the game as you watch me play through it. Yes, I had that issue with the sights and everything, completely playing that one wrong, but I happened to draw the one that I was using, they thought its ability was and everything. It was a really weird coincidence the way that worked out, and I'm very glad that it did, because I didn't really want to restart this whole thing because I screwed up that sight too much. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed it. The next thing I am going to do for this is play as a Decepticon, because even though the game functionally is exactly the same, going through the Matrix, flipping cards, fighting adversaries and whatnot, because I am now on the opposite faction, I can now buy those Decepticons that were in the Matrix, add them to my deck rather than fighting them, and then of course all the different abilities from the new guys and everything. That means if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the Home Gamer Dad so you don't miss any future Transformers action or any other fun video I happen to put out for you to enjoy. Guys, you have been absolutely amazing. Thank you all so much again. Take care of yourselves and each other. We are family forever, gaming together, and I will see you when I switch factions to the Decepticons. Have a good one. Later.